are... Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defense.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A lot of pace with these two teams, Doris. You were the primary ball handler when you played. What was your style?
Well, I think, the style that players want to play in, Kevin, are the fast-paced, open-floor styles, which really allows you to showcase, number one, if you're a skilled basketball player. Number two, you have great athleticism. Is speed your best attribute? To me, a free-flowing, fast-paced, sort of read and react system is the absolute ideal style.
We talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's Curry outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, I don't know that I've ever seen a better pull-up jump shooter than Stephen Curry. An amazing ability to stop on a dime.
And that one's good. House.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target with his 3.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Harden, that's good.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Now, here's Thompson. Back to Curry. Launches it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Warriors. Westbrook against Curry. Great D that time from Green. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Chris throws it down.
Well, first of all, that's a great pass. But how about Chris with the vertical assault on the rim?
House dishes to Tucker. House kicks to Westbrook. From deep. Harden, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Curry finds Chris, and Chris throws it down.
As great a scorer as he is, Steph Curry is a willing mover of the basketball. He doesn't get enough credit to me for playing the right way.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Up again, and Wiggins able to finish. Wiggins has got his second bucket.
Boy, Kev, how about the quick jump and 7-foot wingspan of Wiggins? Just major advantage on the offensive glass.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Damari Carroll comes in for James Harden. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself. Even as a leader of his team, he just wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in. Green passes to Carroll. Crafty move. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Nets. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at Houston. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, there's the Warriors. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Shots good by McLemore.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Nailed from three-point land.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Pascal, the pass to Looney. Here's Pascal. Up in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help.
It's a cognitive and neurological.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Warriors. A nice shot by Rivers.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Pascal, the pass to Curry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Curry's got 15.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Green dishes to Rivers. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. That one drops for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
Now here's Green. He's got 8. Here's Carroll. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And stolen by Chris. Wiggins drives in. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Pass to Tucker. He kicks to Westbrook. Here's Carroll. Tries again. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Carroll passes to Tucker. The 11-footer. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's a really good job by Tucker reading the defense, just carving out some space from mid-range.
Passes it to Chris. Green deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Carroll. And the shot is long. Rockets leading by 3. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Here is Harden following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Yep, that one goes. Harden's got 5 now.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Here's Curry. Thompson for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Covington's shot is off. Golden State's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Here's Curry. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Steph Curry just rolling right now. We've seen many big nights from this guy. You might have to add another one.
Here's Covington, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Thompson passes to Curry. That's his 6th miss and 12 field goal attempts. Rockets have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And Covington gets it to go on the assist from Tucker. And that's 11 points for Robert Covington. On the wing, Green. And the 3 off target. Pass to Tucker. Doesn't go that time.
This is where Tucker really makes his impact.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug 2 people. And that does it for our half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. So it's the Warriors now. The Rockets making the shot. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Right side, Green. Shoots over Covington. That one rolling around and rims out. Rockets leading by 4. And Harden launches it from deep. An absolute pound from three-point range. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Curry gets to Wiggins. Now the pass to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. The shot missing. So Houston will take it the other way.
And they continue to control the glass.
And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the finals.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
The ability to create shots off the dribble. This may be his area of greatest improvement. Tucker's worked on that.
Here's Curry, and Covington sends it back. Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Buries the long-range jumper. And now a 10-point Rocket lead.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Now, here's Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wiggins, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team on both ends of the floor. The point guards with the most steals over the course of the last month. 5th, Russell Westbrook.
And with these guys, they are always going to give you an equally outstanding effort at both ends of the floor. I mean, it takes very aggressive defense to put up steal numbers like that.
You know, I think that's the mentality they have when it comes to defending aggressive. They don't let up for one single second at that end of the floor, and they're always looking to cause you discomfort.
So both teams making some changes here. House, the pass to Green. And here's Carroll. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Here's McLemore following the score by Golden State. Inside, and Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
Well, this is how you make it easy on yourself. Damari Carroll gets close position on the interior and makes it easy.
Wiggins outside. Down low. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, as soon as you recognize the size mismatch, you have to attack.
The Warriors have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Rockets leading by 9. Pass to Carroll. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build. Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Rivers. Rivers has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Stolen by Rivers. Passes to Clemens. Right side, Green. McLemore, the pass to Green. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
The rebound by Jeff Green. And here's Carroll. 7 points in the game, and he gets it to go. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
And so it's the Houston Rockets looking at a 13. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his.
Come on now, this is the time you got to put down the.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. We've got Steph Curry. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Looney in at the center filling out the middle. Al Harden. That after the missed three from Stephen Curry. From deep three-point range, and James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Houston. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Curry. The Rockets pull it in.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
McLemore, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And Curry has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Looney, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Westbrook. Got it. Good job in the low post. Westbrook's got his first 2 points of the night.
This guy's so skilled at navigating to the interior, and when Russell Westbrook is that close, he's going to score.
Back to Looney. Stolen by Tucker. And it's Houston on the break. Westbrook with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook can't get it to go.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, no one rotates over. Andrew Wiggins makes them look silly at the rim.
Westbrook scanning the floor. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Covington with the steal. And Harden with the basket on the assist from McLemore. 16 points for James Harden.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Curry kicks to Wiggins. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Now, this guy can do it anytime he wants. Andrew Wiggins with broad shoulders to carry the load there.
To the paint. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 16. From deep. And that's good. Steph Curry for 3. Curry's got 20.
Boy, there's just a rhythm and a beauty to what Steph Curry does on a nightly basis. How pretty is that shot?
Harden can't hit.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion. Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
Manuel House is checked in for the Rockets.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Now here's Curry. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Boy, more points on the board for Wiggins. How about this guy? This is a memorable night.
And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that.
Westbrook finds Harden. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Not going to go that time. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Thompson in the corner. Pass to Wiggins. The shot will not fall. The Rockets go the other way with it. Harden scanning the floor. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. For three, Westbrook. Here's Tucker. Feeds it to Covington. Kicks it out to Harden. Puts up a three. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A confident, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K20.
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put up. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Here's Green. Here's Chris. And the rejection by Zubac. Back to Green. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Morris. And George kicks to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Chris gets the bucket. I like this tonight, Smitty. We have veteran leadership on both teams. When you were a rookie in the NBA, who was your mentor?
You know, Kevin, this is going to surprise you because everybody looks at guys kind of on the court. My mentor was Manute Bol. I played nothing like Manute Bol, but I would tell you, Kevin, he was my mentor. He would grab me by the ear and twist it and tell me what I needed to do as far as a leadership standpoint.
I never would have guessed him, Smitty, never.
Kevin, I walked in with some shorts and a polo shirt in Miami. He grabbed my ear and said, "That's not professional. You better wear a suit." I'm like, Manute, it's 90 degrees. I had to wear a suit every game.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Clippers have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Outside Curry. Thompson passes to Curry. Here's Wiggins, defended by Beverly. Shot to stop the run, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Lays it up and banks it in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Thompson surveying the floor. And the Warriors miss again.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
George finds Zubac. George against Thompson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip. The Golden State Warriors, so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
The pass to Chris. George against Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Clippers leading by 13. In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur. You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Beverly against Curry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Paul George. Shamet with the steal. Oh, and here comes Williams all alone. Finished off the break.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he's good on the second. Here's Jackson. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Here's Williams. 4 seconds left. And that's 2 points on the layup. Williams has got his 2nd basket of the game.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified it.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Clippers on top, leading by 17.
That's all defense is. It is effort.
Well, and he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Landry Shamet is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Green in at the 5 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Back to Curry. Pass to Poole. Left side Curry. Stolen by Jackson. There's Shamet. And that one is hammered home.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Kept alive. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build.
On the wing, Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Pascal. Second chance shot. The shot by Looney, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pass to Williams. Five to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Left side, Leonard. Off with the layup.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Scooped up. Jackson. Shamet on the wing. A three ball. And Lou Williams hits from deep. Williams has got 9 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Wiggins. 1:39 left in the second quarter. Haskell's shot is off. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 11-3 run. Leonard attacking.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Wiggins surveying the floor. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
Wiggins against Jackson. And that one goes long. And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Leonard, that's for 2. Can't nail the jumper.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Right wing. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And that one's good. Wiggins.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
Guarded by Jackson. Passes it to Thompson. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, lead. And that does it for...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Marcus Morris.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's Draymond staying alert, recognizing the defense breakdown.
Now Beverly, looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
Warriors shooting only 21% from the field so far. Curry kicks to Chris. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Chris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, at this point, it's undeniable that Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. You talking about guys like Ray Allen, he has passed up. That is big time.
And stolen by Wiggins. Green dishes to Curry. And that one drops for him. Curry's got his first points of the night.
Every night from Steph puts so much pressure on the defense because he's always looking to attack.
And there are no metrics to deny. What Curry is doing is incredible.
And at this point, we take his jaw-dropping feats for granted. He passes the numbers test, and he certainly passes the eye test. Curry, the best at what he does.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Wiggins against Leonard. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. George against Thompson. And George, here we go.
Gotta admire the hustle from Green. Never wants to give his guy a clean look at the basket.
Wiggins finds Green. They get it back. Out to Thompson from deep. That one doesn't go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot. Putting consistent pressure on this defense, just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Wiggins right side. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with the ball, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Stephen Curry.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
A different look for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard with the steal. Here's Shamet. The 3 from George. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
The pass to Pascal. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Will it go? Thompson misses.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Leonard.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Williams. They kick it out to Green. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And it's good, 2 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Why don't we now look at the league's highest scoring teams? The real stats, the real score from the real NBA. 4th, the Clippers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
On the wing, Thompson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Nice touch from Thompson there. If the defense does not crowd him, it's over.
Who's got Williams?
Williams inside. Here's Shamet. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Chalk up 2 there.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Williams. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Pascal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Pascal. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. To the inside. Green laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got 9.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
Thompson way outside. Missed. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He got... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in a corner. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And lately we have seen star players changing teams more often. Shorter contracts, player options. Smitty, is there any downside to any of that?
You know, I think the downside is from a fan standpoint, you get invested in a player and he's moved in like 2 or 3 years. I think it should be where if a player wants to sign a longer-term contract with the organization, that should be a rule in play. But right now with these shorter contracts and player options, there's going to always be a lot of movement.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
A 3-pointer off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Deep 2 from Beverly. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Warriors shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Green, the pass to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And there's another turnover by the Warriors. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green. Patterson comes in for Morris. Rodney McGruder's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard looking over the floor. From deep 3-point range. Here's Patterson, and it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Inside, here's Looney. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Terrific work inside from Looney. He continues to get more comfortable down there.
Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Looney. Stolen by Jackson. Man, covered by Wiggins. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Passes it to Zubats. He feeds it to Patterson. Man passes to Magruder. Three-pointer. And Lee pulls it down. And for the Warriors, they're shooting a pretty low 34% thus far.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
He gets that one.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Here's Looney, covered by Noah. Basket, good.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Clippers foul. Patrick Patterson. That's his first personal foul.
That one is off.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Now here's Williams. The feed now to Patterson. And that one hits back iron. From outside the arc, offline. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Coming right up.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports for an agent. Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Green.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray, and it's Craig in at the two-guard spot. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Thompson misses. Here's Craig, covered by Wiggins, and stolen by Wiggins. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Curry on the foul.
I just like the way Steph stays with possessions. He finds a way to get something out of it.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Wiggins finds Chris, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
fourth
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Here's Chris following the basket by Paul Millsap. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Curry with the steal. It's tipped. And here they go. And Wiggins throws it down.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
Murray against Curry. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Curry. Murray, no good.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And count it, the shot is... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Grant's checked in, and the Warriors making a change here. Morris into the lane, and the layup falls.
Well, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and help. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Here's Curry after the Nuggets pick up 2. Pass to Wiggins. the pass to Looney. Outside Curry. Stolen by Grant. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Morris finds Jokic. Out to Morris. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Morris has got 5.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Here's Pascal. He's covered by Grant. And Curry has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
That gives them the lead. He's got 7.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And again, no good by Golden State.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
A different look for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. And it's Troy Daniels in for Morris. Pascal. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And the floor vision from Curry right there, setting up his teammates, sharing the ball.
Plumlee dishes to Grant. Down low, deflects the pass. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now Bull gets it off. No good on the last second attempt there. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Warriors ahead. They lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Basketball, like fashion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Plumlee. Grant is out there at Bowl, and it's Daniels in at the 2. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Plumlee.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Here's Daniels. Makes it off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Curry passes to Pascal. Back to Curry. Here's Poole. He's covered by Daniels. Poole, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Daniels. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up, gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Brent, with offensive rebounding, which players can you count on to create second chance opportunities every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years. It'll be interesting to see, if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick back out.
Murray, the pass to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
That's just sweet passing there from Murray, keeping his eyes open and finding the open man.
Golden State moving the ball around. Smile-a-geek. That shot is off. And here's Denver. They're on a 12-4 run. That's good from Porter on the assist by Grant. Now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And that one is good.
What a move by Curry. Has the ability to adjust in those tight spaces, just finding a little bit of air, breathing it in, and a nice finish.
A minute 20 left in the first half. For three, Murray, they get it back. Plumlee, the feed to Grant. And no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Cool, no good. The Nuggets leading by 4 to the inside. Daniels inside the line. The quick look, no good that time. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Here's Craig. Feeds to Millsap. Puts the move on, and he sinks the layup. Millsap's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie John. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin. And that'll do.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. 3 on the clock. Here's Jokic. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Well, last summer, Greg, was supposed to be a large courtship for Klay Thompson. The injury, though, kind of changed things in his free agency.
It didn't take long for him to re-sign with the Warriors. I think as soon as the team offered him a max deal, he signed. Looks like the Splash Brothers will be together for quite some time.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Curry against Murray. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got his first points in this one.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Thompson finds Curry. Wiggins outside. 14 feet away, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside for Murray. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
The Nuggets trail. Porter passes to Millsap. Good D by Thompson.
Team starts the second half missing 4 or 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Now he's just showing off. With range like that, incredible.
Pass to Jokic. Porter looking it over. Sinks the three-pointer. Porter's got 5 points so far.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And Jokic with the basket on the assist from Porter. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. On its way from Curry for 2. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And the shot goes down. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
For the Nuggets, Bol comes in for Porter, and Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And the Warriors also making a change. Looney's checked in. That puts them in the lead. He's got 9.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And you look at the development of how Clay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Bol, the pass to Millsap. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Wiggins outside. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Bol. Dishes it to Millsap. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, hard work pays off, and there might not be a better example if you look that up in the dictionary. There could very well be a picture of Paul Millsap. He's made himself into a star in the NBA. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Thompson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
I like it, Clay, working the in-between area and finding some gaps in the defense right now.
The 10-footer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's a three-point Warrior lead.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
It's all tied in Denver. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Mike Malone moments ago with some words for his players.
Stops and run. Stop.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Daniels in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Wiggins outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
The drive by Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Millsap kicks to Daniels. And the wide open shot from Morris. Another 3 for Denver.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Moves back up. Here's Daniels. That's tipped. They get it back. Passes it to Dozier. Pass to Pascal. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Yeah, some situational awareness there from Klay Thompson. He understands the offense. He understands where the cutters are, and he finds them.
And Jokic throws it down.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Wiggins, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Paul Millsap picks one up. And the first one drops. Both teams deciding to change it up. And both free throws good for Wiggins.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Outside Millsap. Murray outside. Wide open. And he overshot that one, missing.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. There's the pass to Wiggins. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
More of an instinctual play right there from Draymond. Just anticipated that.
Wow, hammering it in.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Outside Porter. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Count it.
And I just love the calm confidence that Steph has in these kind of moments. Get the ball to him, he'll do it to you every time.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Murray against Curry. Outside Porter. He feeds it to Millsap. Back to Porter. shooting foul at the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Curry passes to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Over Jokic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Murray kicks to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Goes up on the wing. No good that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Chris throws it down.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the wing right side. Here's Jokic. Yes!
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
Here's Curry. Again, Golden State.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. Here's Jokic. Count it!
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there. Collects the offensive rebound. Very alert and cleans up the mess.
Ball's knocked loose. Murray, the pass to Millsap. It's in!
What a huge shot from Millsap. Gotta love how he steps up in that moment.
And stolen by Murray. Denver calls timeout. They trail by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open three in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter guarding that three-point line.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The match point tower. Now it's influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defenses.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5. Both great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Covington with the bucket.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Now here's Curry, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
To the paint. Here's Harden, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got his second bucket of the game to go.
So fun watching Harden operate inside near the rim. I mean, his confidence level is high, and he does a really good job getting ideal position.
Now Chris, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's House. The offensive rebound over Wiggins. The shot by House is no good. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. In the corner, it's Wiggins. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Harden, that's good. Harden's got 6. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's Curry outside. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And Kevin, that 3 ball of Curry deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To end the run, and Covington with the basket on the assist by Harden. Covington's got his second basket of the night. And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. House kicks to Harden. 5 on the clock. From deep. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Green, the pass to Chris. Thompson in the corner. Chris finds Thompson. Back to Chris. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. No good. His first miss after 3 makes. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 6 points for Robert Covington.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Thompson left side. From deep 3-point range. Now here's Wiggins. D right on him. And Chris throws it down.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the... All the great Golden State Warrior scores, Draymond Green's.
I think there are times where...
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Austin Rivers. McLemore is out there with DeMar Carroll. And there's Green, and it's Clemens in at the 1.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Griff.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And the dunk by McLemore.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Curry. Looney. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Rivers. Up and in on the layup. Rivers has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Good on the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Green. Curry passes to Pascal. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Houston moving it around. Pass to Carroll. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Pass to Pascal. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Harden. Averaging 34 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Out to the right wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Westbrook. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Out to the wing. The 3. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Harden.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Westbrook kicks to McLemore. And here's Tucker. And a close game so far. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break or third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position.
And you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
From deep, Harden. No good on that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. Here's Chris. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
Lock at 6. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Westbrook dishes to Covington. Houston moving it around. House the pass to Harden. For the tie. That shot no good. Curry with some nice D. Warriors leading by 3. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Harden outside. Launches a 3. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wiggins dishes to Curry. Westbrook pulls it in.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
It's deflected, and he recovers it. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Harden surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. Wiggins outside. Rockets with the rebound.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Westbrook with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. For the lead with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Covington's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duty.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Just 5 to shoot. The pass to House. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 4 rebounds in this game to end the drought, and Green puts it in. Green's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Nice assist there, typically attacking with the scoring move. This time Wiggins attacks with the pass.
Covington with the bucket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Curry passes to Chris. Back to Curry. On deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 15.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
The putback. Here's Tucker. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Tucker's got 4 points in the quarter. Curry kicks to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists now tonight. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The dish now to Green. Rivers passes to McLemore. Out left to the wing. Here's Clemens. The Rockets again can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a...
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Warriors lead by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. McLemore is out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Rivers. Then there's Green. And it's Clemens in at the 1 spot.
Excellent job that time by Damari Carroll working that ball over to his teammate.
And the basket by Pascal.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
To the middle. And Rivers with the basket on the assist from Green.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
In the corner, it's McLemore. Green in the post, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
Yeah, you want to get those sure things down the stretch, and that close to the bucket, he is a sure thing.
And the former Hoya Green, a ranging forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Curry.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. And James Harden subbed in for Rivers.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognize the advantage they had inside.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. For the Rockets, Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll, and Daniel House subbed in for McLemore. Covington's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Harden. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments, loves stepping up at crucial times.
Thompson passes to Chris with some arc. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 8 now on the night. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. House the pass to Tucker. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, hard to corral the energy that P.J. Tucker plays with. And he gets in there and mixes it up, and he'll go to the line.
And the Rockets making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Westbrook against Curry. They double-team Curry. Thompson for the triple. The shot, no good. And it's Houston the other way. Harden kicks to House. To the paint, here's Westbrook. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Westbrook's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Here's Thompson. Harden grabs the miss. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. House dishes to Westbrook. And some nice passing there by Houston. A shot off that time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look. And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And here are the Rockets now. It's a three-point game. Here's Harden on the wing. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot. Here's Westbrook. Covington. Steph Curry with the rebound.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Klay Thompson.
And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 2 here.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
On the wing, Wiggins. No one near him. It counts.
Slain and Lane all comers. Wiggins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit a quick game. That's right, you'll be able to play 5 total games.
Up next, the
2K Sports pregame show.
They got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Wiggins. And it's Chris in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by Draymond Green. Can't hit from in close. Here's Wiggins. And it's Green with the jam.
A lot of bunnies come Green's way because of the way he works on the offensive glass.
Curry against Beverley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Beverley's got his second basket. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments or letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games in the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Golden State. Green taking his time here, and Chris throws it down.
That's a feed that Green makes look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
Pass to Morris. And he banks in the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Curry against Beverley. Pass to Thompson. Over George, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And George with the stuff.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Curry way outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but
Zubac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. Here's Beverly, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Shamet with the steal. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Green, the pass to Leonard, and he makes that one.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The 17-footer. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting this mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Williams comes with a double team. Pass to Poole. And the turnover again by Golden State.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Beverly. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Beverly's got 7. The Warriors trail. Inside. It's stolen by Green. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Coming off that loss against the Nets, Looney with the bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Beverly and a missed layup. It's a tie game in San Francisco. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talking.
The way I judge, whether we can play together.
You know, Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Williams. And it's Green. And it's Shamet in at the 3 spot. We often talk about problems between the players and fans. I'm sure there are some things that fans do, Chris, that players do appreciate.
Oh, yeah, Kev. And you know what we really appreciate? The good trash-talking fans.
Oh, really?
The clean trash-talking fans. Oh, Levy, you suck. You can't shoot. Oh, so what? You just dunked on their whole team. Like, don't stop in the first quarter, good fans. Keep going when I'm giving it to you all game long. So you love that. You love the crowds, too, that don't need to be hyped up by a PA guy. You love the ones that are just so sincere. When they see that kissing camera come on, they go crazy, or they're just cheering for both teams in great play, though they want their teams to win. And you love, again, the creative heckler, the one that had to think about it the day before, like the ones that comes in with the sign and it's a picture of you crying or look like you're crying with words under like, hey, you didn't get asked to prom today, or the face on Chris after he missed the shot. You love that because it is a great relationship. Don't be fooled, and you know this, Kevin. It's a great relationship between players and the fans, and we need those fans to heckle us because when you heckle the best players, you usually get their best game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
To the inside, and there's Williams. That's good on the assist from Jackson. Williams has got 8 here in the quarter.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
And the basket by Curry. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Lou Williams.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Green finds Curry. They double-team Curry. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for the game with the Mavericks, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Curry with a wide open look. Misses the 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. Jackson passes to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Green. Now the pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Morris with the ball. Working on Chris. Count that one.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him getting it going from there.
And with the Warriors, the strength of their defense comes from their versatility.
Yeah, they have a roster that can switch on everything. Guys like Draymond allow them to go small and not lose out on D. I mean, this team is very smart with their defensive schemes.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. You're not going to miss many of those.
And such focus on these difficult finishes. Chris showing tremendous will fighting through the defense.
Morris kicks to Jackson. From 12 feet out. He can't hit that time. The Warriors go the other way.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
And George, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, there's so much of what Paul George brings to the table. You have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Leonard, he's checked in for Jermichael Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Wiggins. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Morris. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic out there by Lou Williams.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. That's the Warriors' foul. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Thompson from long range drops in the tray. Thompson's got 5.
Perfect shooting form. Something Thompson's known for. I mean, when he's hitting the open shot, he operates at another level.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Clippers. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, the Warriors, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And for the Warriors, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. And there has to be an overhaul.
Curry can't get it to go.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
11 feet away. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Leonard.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Beverley with the ball. Now Green defending, and that one's good. Beverley.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Chris gets the bucket.
He could wow you with his passes. I mean, that's as good of a pass as any three-pointer Curry's going to hit.
And with all the numbers that Curry puts up, all the records, Chris, that he owns, crazy to think that he's often sitting in the fourth quarter due to the score.
Yeah, it is crazy, Kevin. I mean, you pick Curry's MVP season, and even then he wasn't playing huge minutes. That is a testament to just how incredible he is. Curry finds ways to end games even before it reaches the fourth.
Leonard kicks to Beverley. Right side, Leonard. The putback, and George able to finish. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
He doesn't know the meaning of a soft finish. Draymond's always going to throw it down hard.
Over to the left wing. Passes it to Beverley. 6 on the shot clock. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
They are just killing him on the interior.
The shot by Curry, no good.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Leonard, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And let's take this chance to look at some of the perimeter players who aren't afraid to mix it up in the middle either. These are the top rebounding point guards in the league. 5th on the list is Patrick Beverley.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Yeah, these guys have that same nose for the ball. These are some scrappy players. They can hold their own in the paint with anyone.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Thompson. Right side, Leonard. Outside, Jackson. From past the arc. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, man, you really like seeing Jackson get going from the perimeter. His three-point shot has come a long way.
Here's Thompson, and they pick up 2.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Williams finds Green, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Right side, Williams. Down low, here's Jackson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And it's the Clippers with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. For Los Angeles, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. The first one falls. Leonard hits them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And Thompson puts up a deep 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Jackson. Andrew Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. And it's Green in at the center position. Thompson against Williams. Now the feed to Jackson. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off. It's only a matter of time until his three-point shot comes back to him. I mean, he knocked down 2 threes before halftime. Nothing so far here in the second.
And that one's good, Leonard.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact that the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all those superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Barmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Thompson for the triple. Warriors getting another chance here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that one falls for Looney. And the Warriors making a change here. Higgins is checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Out to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Wow, and really, when Morris gets ahead of steam behind him, look out, just a remarkable finish.
Here's Looney, and the rejection by Zubac. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Substitution for Warriors. Draymond Green. Marquise Chris.
Thompson against George. Three-pointer. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles leading by 15. Zubac, the pass to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Beverly against Curry. Misses off the left iron.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
It's George on the wing. Back to Beverly. On the wing, George. Shot from the top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his fourth rebound in this one.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, he was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Here's Chris. Good on the shot.
Oh, that's a great pass by Thompson. You see the skill, the craft. He's adept at finding open guys.
Beverly up top, guarded by Curry. Beverly dishes to George. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Off target from three-point range. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
George with the bucket.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Williams scanning the floor. Misses there. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm going to go with the Lakers.
The commute in full swing as we get... And we've got Tuck. Nugget. That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Nuggets. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Warriors. They're at the bottom of the conference.
And seeing where the Warriors are, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer, because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once the season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the two-guard spot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background, and his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
Now, Jokic, after the missed three from Klay Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Jokic throws it down.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Murray, good.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets, a high percentage shooter down low.
Now here's Curry, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Thompson passes to Curry. And here's Chris. He's covered by Murray. Chris kicks to Thompson. Releases. The shot that time, not on target. And Denver the other way now. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Second shot opportunity. The pass to Craig. Launches it. The Warriors pull it in. They beat the Nuggets during their last encounter in Denver.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
On the wing, Wiggins. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Millsap. Curry against Murray. Pass to Craig. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. Here's Thompson following the basket by Jokic. No good with the wing jumper.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky
break there for the D.
Yep, it counts.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Curry fires from way outside. Porter pulls it in.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%. And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
Looney down low, guarded by Porter. Looney with the bucket.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is...
The field goal percentage as a whole is good.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
We've got Looney, and it's Poole in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Pascal, the pass to Wiggins. That one misses. Plumlee with some nice D. Got a piece of it. Here's Looney. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Grant. He feeds it to Plumlee. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Passes it to Wiggins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Daniels with it, covered by Wiggins, and Plumlee kicks to Grant. It's good. Grant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Very good awareness from Grant. Just the ability to catch and shoot, so important to his growth. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense. Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
To the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
Pascal, and Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 3 to the middle, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
Wiggins passes to Pascal. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. Fourth, the Nuggets.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
That's his first personal foul.
So it's Denver now. Grant dishes to Plumlee.
Golden State foul. That's his first personal foul.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Bull. They get it again. Grant kicks to Bull. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bull's got 5 points so far.
And you can't forget about Bull's range. After all, big men like him are expected to take the three in today's game.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see. Well, what a lineage for Jeremy Grant, a member of that very famous Grant family in NBA history. His brother, father, and uncle have all played in the league. And what a job he's done to follow suit.
And so here is Golden State after the Nuggets pick up 2. Poole, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Now, here's Bull. Tight defense on him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. You feel like Grant started to turn the corner, I thought, last season, Doris, in his development.
No doubt, Kevin. He got to see starters minutes for the first time in his career, and he was rock solid. This guy is a good rebounder. He's switchable on the defensive end, and he brings great energy every night.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now the Warriors moving it up the floor. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Now here's Plumlee. He's tightly guarded to the left side wing. Denver passing it around. Clock at 6. Morris. It's rebounded by Golden State. Coming off that loss against the Nets. To the inside. A steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Plumlee with the ball. Out to Morris. Pass to Daniels. And the shot is good. And the Nuggets lead by 6. Here's Poole. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. Now here's Murray. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Doris, you've seen a lot of the Golden State Warriors. You've covered their last 5 finals appearances, their 3 championships. Where do you think the Warriors rank all time
Well, first of all, it's been a privilege to cover one of the great teams in NBA history. I do believe it's really hard to compare eras, because if you think back to the 90s and the level of physicality that defenses were allowed to play with, you know, it's a drastically different game. It's played in much more open space. Steph Curry has completely changed the defensive geometry with his ability to shoot the basketball. But listen, for me, it's been a privilege to cover this great Warriors run.
Now Curry, following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Thompson looking for an opening for the tie. He's off on that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And yes, it's good. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Just has that feel for the game, a feel for how to generate points, and that was a thunderous putback by Millsap.
Now here's Wiggins. He has 6. Curry, good.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Back to Murray. And it's blocked.
Oh, the freak athleticism. Chris with the tools to be an elite rim protector.
And Wiggins throws it down.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love, Greg, is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. And a switcher also for Denver. Rozier's checked in.
I don't think it's possible to overstate just how revolutionary a player Steph Curry is because of the way he has changed the spacing on the floor. Never before have we seen a player who shape-shifts a defense like Steph does. And that is because once he crosses half court, you better guard him.
Takes the 3. It's good from long range. Craig's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
If you ever notice Stephen Curry's vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates.
And with the way, Doris, defenses have to adjust for Curry, it just leaves so much more space for the rest of the team.
I think coaches, Kevin, because of Steph Curry's presence, they have got to change their defensive schemes, account for spaces on the floor that traditionally you wouldn't have to account for. That puts Steph Curry in a class of his own.
Now, here's Thompson. 7 points in the game.
Well, he does a lot of his work on the interior, more than people realize. Klay Thompson gets those calls because of his willingness to put himself in tough spots.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That free throw good from Thompson.
When Klay Thompson gets his game going, there's nobody in the league who's more dangerous to a defense. This guy, when his shot starts to fall, runs as hot as any player in the league.
Now, here's Jokic. Morris into the lane, and it goes down 2 points. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Curry's shot is good. And with Klay, when he goes off for these huge games, Doris, sometimes he doesn't even dribble.
That's the amazing fact about Klay Thompson is a lot of his best games are all catch-and-shoot situations. His ability to be relentless in moving without the basketball and find the space. And do you know it only takes him 0.79 seconds to get his jump shot off?
Now, here's Thompson. 9 points in the game so far. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Out to the wing for 3, Millsap. The Nuggets with a new 14. Back to Jokic. Morris kicks to Daniels. Denver needs to get off his shot. And Looney sends it back. And another shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here is Curry. 12 points for him. Millsap covering. Curry with it. Inside. Here's Looney. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. Shakes him. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Millsap's got his 4th assist in this one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Come on. But he stays with it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And the Nuggets making a change here. Here's Dozier. Three-pointer, Daniels. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a great show through 3 quarters. As we enter the 4th, who will carry the day? Nuggets lead by 4. It's
raising a shot. No.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And there's Chris, and it's Pascal in at the 3 side. That's the Warriors 5. The Nuggets leading by 4. Daniels passes to Porter. And there's the pass to Dozier. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Back to Porter. Jokic passes to Millsap. One-on-one here. Here's Thompson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Dozier, guarded by Curry. Porter passes to Jokic. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Jokic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Curry with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
And the turnover again by Denver. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Curry passes to Pascal. Thompson with it. For the 3. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
The Nuggets with another miss. Thompson with it, now guarded by Porter. Here's Pascal, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
Murray against Curry. Feeds it to Millsap. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Here's Craig. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Warriors trail by 3. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Murray. Curry passes to Thompson. To tie it up. And it's Denver with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Porter, no luck. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Golden State. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Fires the three. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Passes to Craig. Now Jokic to stop the drought. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Murray against Curry. Pass to Green. The three. It's good. A tremendous three to tie it up.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Jokic passes to Millsap. Chris with the rebound. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Well, this guy, a top 10 pick in 2016, we have seen Marquise Chris's talent. We've also seen the areas where he can improve. That should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
Millsap kicks to Craig. Porter looking it over. The pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. 5 to shoot. Pass to Craig. Over Thompson. And Thompson sends it back.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
Chris can't hit. And here are the Nuggets now. And Millsap, here we go. Here's Jokic. Oh, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Well, with the first overall pick in 2014, Wiggins has some pressure on him, but he has steadily improved his play. A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the play.
Of this we know, Draymond Green does not lack for confidence. Big-time shot there.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. That was a fun. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.